One, two, three. We want to welcome everybody today to Mom and Dad Talks, where our favorite two people are Mom and Dad, and we have Hanty. How you doing, Hanty? So good to see you. You know, this one really hurts. It always hurts. The Dollar General shooter reportedly told a mother to run if she wanted to live. And he said he could have killed us. Once again, we have people who are recklessly going out, taking out people's lives because of racially motivated causes. And unfortunately, and this is the Jacksonville, Florida Dollar, and he went to a black community and wanted to kill some black folk, and he went to a Dollar General and unfortunately killed three. You know, and with gunfire, and then shot himself. So, you know, and it was a 20-year-old white man. His name is Ryan Christopher Palmer, right? Three black people inside the Dollar General, which is located in a predominantly African-American neighborhood. This attack was declared as a hate crime by authorities. When they looked at his site, they saw that he put a lot of things about hating us and stuff. And, you know, you have the information enough that when people put something with hate and own a weapon, something's wrong.
Right.
You know, I've seen in cases where kids, all they have to do is threaten them from a gang and police come to their house and arrest them. But yet these guys, because they think they're just angry, are allowed to post and nothing be done to them. You know, and obviously, you know, it's always after the fact that, oh, we had this trail all along. Then how come nobody said anything or did anything? And there's three people that are not going home. And all they were doing is just going to a store, picking up some stuff. Well, what are you guys' thoughts on it? Who wants to start first? This one hurt. They all hurt. And it doesn't get any better. This hurts. So who wants to start? Yeah, Dad.
You know, I think it's just an indication that really the government needs to do something about these automatic weapons. Just other than just have a background check. I mean, they should be banned from the public, period.
I feel like if they're going to sell automatic weapons, when they sell them, say you must go. We keep them until we go to war, and then we will give it to you so that you can use them when we go to war. Now that's one of the things that not might curb it if they, you know, is not denying them from buying one. It does slow them down from using it at a certain time. So if it's in the hands of somebody else that is responsible for holding on to those guns until we go to war or whatever, then we say, okay, the stipulation is you can have this automatic weapon, but you must go into combat.
Go ahead. No, you're good. That's really good, Mom. I mean, that's a real good idea. You know, if you want to kill people, we can send you overseas.
Correct.
You can kill legally.
Right. Correct.
And people who want to kill Americans. That's great. Yeah. Auntie, what are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are all over the place because my first thought was, did he get off? Did he get off easy by killing himself?
Yes, he did.
You know, how is that? How is that satisfying? How is that? How is that getting justice?
It doesn't cure the hurt for the pain of those who of the families that were, you know, that were
well, and that's a rhetorical question. I mean, it's not anything anybody can answer. It's just like, you know, it to me is just like, well, I bought all these things and now I'm going to file bankruptcy, and you're granted bankruptcy. You know what I mean? There's no payment.
You're rewarded. You're rewarded for that.
Yeah, for making bad bad calls. But the guns, I just feel like there's so much evil out there. There are those of us who don't believe in the automatic weapons and things, but just as many people that do believe in them. And it's gonna be just like that till the end of time. And how I don't know what we can vote. We can vote. That we can pray. We can do all kinds of things. But I think that there's just too much out there for us to even try to handle.
But when you have a registered gun making statements on social media like that, I think there's room enough for them to question to take away your weapon.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. To talk about.
I mean that to me right there, they have the algorithms, they have the things that anybody posts in it. I mean, you see, I mean, it's always they post. You post, nobody does anything because as long as they don't act on it. But yet, Dad, you've been in school where a kid has to just draw a threat to another kid, and if he happens to be of Black descent, they expel him immediately, no questions asked, because they feel threatened. I mean, this whole thing with Stand Your Ground, this whole thing with DeSantis creating this animosity towards a community that, frankly, you know what, whether we voted for you or not, we're not trying to say kill people, but you're perpetuating a group of people to do terrorist act on an innocent group of people. You know what I'm saying? That are like, really, you go into a store where these people are shopping, minding their own business, doing business legally. And you go there specifically to do harm, to cause problems. And oops, my bad. This is just one case out of it. No, this is egged on. And I know when DeSantis was speaking, you got a lot of boos and stuff, which were probably well deserved, because he's initiating this divide in America, and you're trying to be our president. Frankly, that kind of disturbs me a little bit. Right. That you're perpetuating a group of people to enact this kind of violence on another group of people that didn't even declare war. Right. I think that's the sad part when I look at that. And you're the governor of Florida, you should be governor of all the people, not just a certain segment. Right. That's what we elect you for. And unfortunately, you got these guys who are not trying to be governors and be leaders. You got these guys that are playing games. And that's the sad part that I see in this, is that, from Fox News saying that all these people are doing, creating this fear-mongering thing, creating this wrestling. I know fear creates money. I understand the game and stuff like that. However, it's just sad to see it's gone too far, and these guys are not owning up to their propaganda machine that they're putting out there to force people to behave like that, to help them behave. Like they would say gangster rap would cause violence in the Black community and stuff and everything. Yeah. But your rhetoric doesn't. No.
And I believe he had a history with the law enforcement agencies before that, didn't he?
No, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know about that. Maybe not. I don't know about that.
They said that there was no record of him showing any form of hatred, before this happened.
But you can post on your site.
Yeah, but
kill N-word.
But he just didn't carry through a vicious act until this week. My fear was when I saw the young men that he shot down. Yeah, I put myself in their mother's place. Yeah, and I thought, you know what, it was. I don't know that I could really handle something like that if that had happened to my son, who was a law-abiding citizen, minding his own business, never been in trouble at all, and then his life is taken out needlessly for no reason. That is one of the hardest things that I feel that I could, that would be hard for me to get over.
I want to ask this question before we wrap up tonight. You guys went through what they call the turbulent 60s, where it was open season on Black people. Don't go here because you'll get killed. Don't cross those tracks because you'll get killed and stuff. it's almost like we're going backwards. Do you guys feel that way? I mean, because you guys lived in that time frame, and you saw us get out of that Jim Crow, and it's almost like they're trying to put us back into Jim Crow.
There's a saying that history repeats itself, and right now, I feel very unsafe with this racism that has been introduced in the last 2 years. It has been looks like it's okay to do what is being done. There's nothing wrong with it. It's okay if you hate somebody, just kill them. No regard for life at all. And so that's the times we are living in right now. That if you feel like killing somebody, go ahead and do it. That life doesn't matter. So I just feel that there's no answer to it unless they say, if you want a gun, you can buy one, but when we're going to hold on to it till we go into war, and then you go and use it.
Well, the government during prohibition outlawed alcohol. There was no vote on it. They said no alcohol. That's it. Also, the government has outlawed a lot of things. Marijuana, they outlawed. They outlawed, fentanyl, a lot of illegal drugs. Why can't our legislators just outlaw these automatic weapons, period? And if you have one, they have the power to go in and take it from you, whether you're a law-abiding citizen or not. Because, to me,
because they want your vote. They want the vote. That's what they're after.
But this is getting to be more than a voting yes or no thing. This is getting to be a thing of putting people's lives in danger simply because of the color of their skin.
Yeah, but the Buffalo incident, and before we wrap this up, I want to say one last parting thought here on this. The Bible says, from the abundance of the heart does the mouth speak. So when you see someone, first of all, put threatening things on a page on social media, or even say those things, they need help. Need to report it, because that's not normal. No. It's not normal to say I want to kill somebody or I want to kill a group of people. That's not normal. And they need to get professional help, and right away. And the threats need to be taken seriously. Because a lot of people say, you don't believe I'm going to do it, and they're going to do it just to prove a point, and then they've gone too far and they realize, what have I done? Not saying that this happened in this case, but I'm just saying, folks, when you see something, say something. The first thing is they need to get help. Don't just go mark, oh, he's just speaking out. No, he needs help. And if they have a weapon, authorities, when you put a threat like that, that weapon should be taken away, in my opinion. The moment you say you're going to kill somebody and you have a weapon, that should be taken seriously. So that way, when you use your words, it's taken seriously. So,
and there needs to be a home visit. By the authorities, or a psychologist, or a psychiatrist.
Yeah. So, folks, with that one, we're going to end our Mom and Dad Talks. Our prayers go out to the families. Our prayers go out to the families. My heart just sank when I read the story. I was like, this is almost a repeat of Buffalo. People just going to the store. So, folks, hug your parents today. Hug a loved one today. You never know when it's going to be your last, and enjoy the moment. So next time, we'll see you on Mom and Dad Talks.